Have you ever in your life found yourself feeling, resentful and envious towards another person? Hmm? I know you're going to say no, but don't even dare lie, because there is no single person on this planet that has never felt, that feeling of being envious and jealous towards another person. And some of you is almost as if when they gave birth to you, they first of all gave birth to jealousy. Then before they now give birth to you, it's like you came into the world together with jealousy. Kilo share. Eh? Like, ugh. Anyways, that's the purpose of this video, because by the time you're done watching this video, you see that spirit of being jealous of somebody, being envious of somebody, we are going to be casting, we're going to be revoking, we're going to be sending it back down to the pit of hell and the ghetto where it came from. Now the end, because at some point in your life and in my life, I'm not an exception. I've been in this phase. I've been, in a position where, envious of another person's success, another person's achievement. And the rise of social media these days, I mean, is unavoidable. And certainly being bombarded, with flashy pictures, flashy luxury lifestyle. I mean, it's so hard for you not to feel jealous. But in this video, by the time you're done watching this video, you're never ever going to be jealous of another person again. And I'm going to be giving you guys 5 points. Number one, first and foremost, you have to realize that being jealous and comparing yourself to other people is a losing game. So now ask yourself, do you want to be on the losing side or the winning side? Which side? 'Cause when you compare yourself to other people, when you're jealous of other people, you're always going to be short on every single thing in life, because you do not even like your own life. Okay, you do not even appreciate the thing that you have. You're just comparing yourself to other people. One thing that I want you to understand is there is always going to be somebody that is more talented, more successful, more experienced, more achievement than you. There's always going to be somebody that has something more than you. So tell me, are you constantly going to be, on the losing end, constantly comparing yourself to other people? I mean, is that what you want to do with your life? This little short, brief life that you have on this planet, like, is that what you want to do? You have to realize that comparison and jealousy is not a fair game. Okay, it is not a fair game at all. It's most definitely not an accurate measure up to your self-worth, and your value as a person. It's just like comparing apple and oranges. Obviously they are not the same thing. Yes, we're all human beings. Yes, apple and orange, they are fruits, but when you take orange, the taste, the benefit it gives you is different. When you take apple, the taste of apple is different. The nutritional benefit it gives to the body is different. So when you constantly compare yourself to other people, and you're constantly jealous of other people, this is exactly what you're doing. You're just comparing orange and apple, or banana and watermelon. It doesn't make sense. You have to realize that we all have our unique weaknesses and strengths. Okay. Number 2, focus on your journey. Okay, focus on your journey. It's just like, okay, let's say there's a car filled with passengers but there's no driver. Is that car going to move? The car is not going to move. The car is going to stay stuck. Okay, it's not going to move an inch because there is no driver. That's exactly what you're doing to yourself right now. Like, you've left your position, you've left your seat as the driver and pilot of your life, and you're just there focusing on another person's life. You're just there being a supporting character in another person's life, and nobody even asks you to even come and do this thing. Your life is literally in your own hands. Okay, instead of focusing on another person's life, try to focus on your own goals, your aspirations. Like, what do you want to achieve? Okay, what's your dream? This is why it's so important as an individual. It's so important to have goals. It's so important to have something that you want to achieve, because it just keeps you busy, and it makes you focus on your own journey. It makes you focus on your own self. They say an idle man is the devil's workshop, or how do you guys say it? But yeah, when you're idle, you're constantly going to be doing things that you're not meant to be doing, because you as a person, you do not have a voice. You don't have any direction. So anywhere where belle face now, basically just have goals and aspiration and focus on your journey. When you focus on your own journey, you start to see the growth and progress, and trust me, when you start to see growth and progress, you're going to be less concerned about what other people are doing in their own life. You're going to be less concerned about another person's life, because you're so occupied and thinking about your own life that you do not even have the time to be prognosing, gossiping, or digging, researching into another person's life. So focus on your number 3. practice self-compassion. You need to practice self-compassion, okay? When you're feeling jealous, or envious of another person, it's so easy for you to beat yourself up and be like, is she not a girl like me? Does she not have one head like me? Like, why is she getting all these things and why am I still here? Like, why does my life suck? Like, why are things not working out for me? Like, is it not the same God that we are all serving? It's so easy for you to beat yourself up, it's so easy for you to start looking down on yourself and thinking, oh, you're not worthy because, oh, you're not getting all these good things, all these luxury things that other people are doing. It's so easy. This is why, as a human being, it's so important to practice self-compassion. You have to go easy on yourself. You have to be kind to yourself. You have to be gentle to yourself. Find yourself that it's okay to feel those emotions. Okay, I mean, it's okay. As a human being, we all have different emotions, and it's okay to feel like, oh, you're not good enough. It's okay to feel like you're a failure. It's okay to feel this emotion, and I want you to know that you are not alone. Okay, like every single person on this planet Earth at one point or another we've had these feelings, but when you practice self-compassion, you're more kind and gentle with yourself. It really helps you reframe your negative thoughts in a more positive way. So be kind and gentle to yourself. Number 4, celebrate other people's success. When somebody else achieves something, try to be genuinely happy, sincerely happy for them. Okay, because the fact that somebody has achieved something, even if you are sad about it, if you feel jealous about it, ask yourself this question: like, does it make me successful? For them, it doesn't mean your own time is not going to come. It can be hard. I know it can be hard. I know, like, we're all human beings. Let's not lie to ourselves, especially when you're feeling envious and jealous of this person. You want the same thing and this person has achieved it before you. But just try to celebrate other people. When you celebrate other people, instead of dwelling in that envious jealousy, that poisonous state, celebrate other people's success. Like, it's going to shift your thoughts. It's going to shift those negative thoughts. It's going to shift your focus away from comparison and jealousy. When you start to see people's growth, people's success as an opportunity to learn from them, as an opportunity to be inspired, to be motivated, to learn from them, like, trust me, you're no longer going to be jealous, because all it takes is just changing your mindset, changing what's in your mind. The same way the sky is big enough to contain every single person, successes is also large enough to go around. One thing I want you to have at the back of your mind is celebrating other people does not equate to you not succeeding. Okay, but being jealous of other people and constantly comparing yourself is a losing game, like we said earlier, and that is actually going to make you not see your full potential, and it's going to make you to be stuck in a loop. It's going to dim you, it's going to dim your eyes, it's going to blind you from seeing your own progress and your own greatness. So make sure that you celebrate people when they win. This is not going to take anything away from you. Okay, it's not going to take your nose away, it's not going to take your mouth away. So I beg, celebrate people. And the 5th point on how to stop comparing yourself and constantly feeling jealous of other people is by taking a break from social media every once in a while. I can't believe I'm saying this, as a content creator and as somebody that was so addicted to social media. Like, I was the kind of person that the moment I wake up in the morning, the first thing I reach out for is my phone. And this year, the habit that I'm trying to cultivate is to stay away from social media as much as possible. Social media has this way of influencing your thoughts, has this way of influencing your lifestyle, have this way of influencing your action if you are not careful. Even as a creator, like, you should not over consume content. Even if you're over consuming content, it should be when you finally realize your own voice, you've known the kind of content that you want to create. Because if as a creator you do not know what you want to do, you're always going to get lost in the crowd, because we are constantly bombarded with different images, different lives from other people, different things on a daily basis. That person might seem more exciting than yours. Another person might be successful than you. So when you're constantly, like, let's say we have 24 hours in a day, and in that 24 hours you spend like 20 hours on social media, you're definitely going to be comparing yourself to those other people. You're definitely going to be jealous. You're definitely going to be having that feeling of being jealous of other people. This is why I highly advise you to schedule a time where you go on social media. Me, for example, now I have a very strict schedule. The timing when I go on social media, when I wake up in the morning, I no longer pick up my phone. I first of all, start my morning routine. I take things slow because I really, really love a slow morning. I do not pick my phone until I'm done with my morning routine. Okay, when I'm done with my morning routine, then I can, find all my data, check my messages, and check everything. And then another thing that I do is like I'm so strict with the kind of people that I follow on social media. If there is somebody's content that you do not like, somebody's content that is making you feel a certain type of way, like nobody is forcing you to follow that person. You can literally unfollow them. You can even block them so that you no longer see those type of content, because trust me, these images, these pictures that flashes through your face throughout the day is always going to influence you one way or another. If you're not mindful or careful about it, it's going to have its way of influencing you. Follow people that you are inspired by, follow people that motivate you, follow people that genuinely make you feel happy. Do not follow people that you feel a certain type of way about them. And the other thing that I'm really, really trying to do is when I come back home in the evening, like I try to stay away from social media, because social media has been something that used to keep me up at night. I'll be up at night at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. scrolling on, like, what? For what? This is why when you see people say, "Oh, I don't have the time to do this, I don't have the time to do that," but you have the time to scroll on social media for hours. Does it make sense? Stay away from social media as much as you can. By taking a break from social media, it's going to help you break free from the circle of comparison and jealousy and focus on what really matters, your goal, your aspirations. Stop focusing on other people's life so much. Do you know that's the whole job and nobody's even paying you for it? That's the whole job. Another thing I want you to know is not everything you see on social media that is true, okay? People are just showing you, bits and pieces of their life, of what they want you to see. You don't know what is happening in that person's life. You don't know what that person is going through. All of a sudden you're feeling jealous, you're comparing yourself to that person. Like, it doesn't make sense. Okay, be in charge of your life, be in control of your life. Okay, love yourself for who you are and stop wishing to be like somebody else. And always remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about being aware of your thoughts and your emotions, making a conscious effort to shift your thoughts, from comparison and jealous. Try to practice more self-love. Try to be more in touch with yourself, because you literally have yourself to bank on, to depend on by the end of the day. So, like, why exactly are you neglecting yourself and focusing on another person? It just doesn't make sense. So these are the 5 solid points that I have for you guys today. And if you follow this point, trust me, you see that spirit of jealousy, that spirit of feeling envious, of comparing yourself to other people, that spirit is going to go back to the ghetto, to the pit of hell where it came from. Thank you so much for coming to this ritual, and I'll see you guys next time on the next video. Bye.